Hello, it's Mr. Dramedy coming at you one more time, and welcome to my home office. As you can see, this is not the set of Brooklyn's Roses. I wanted to do something a little bit different today, and first of all, thank you to everyone who has subscribed to the Brooklyn's Roses YouTube channel. Very much appreciated. Make sure you tell all your friends and family members about it so that they can enjoy the same videos that you do. I wanted to take some time out today, again, to say thank you, but then also to let you know why you subscribed. You see oftentimes people saying, and I even did it in my videos, click like, click subscribe. But people need to know what they're subscribing to. So I wanted to take a pause from the episodes and just let you know what you can expect from the Brooklyn's Roses channel and why you should subscribe. Let me first give you a little bit of background about myself and really about how the channel came to existence. When I was, I believe, 9 years old, I saw a musical theater production put on by the Arena Players Youth Theater at the Cloisters Museum. Big shout out to the Arena Players, a community theater in Baltimore City. And after I saw that production, the production was entitled Babes in Toyland. And after I saw that production, the musicality, the dance, the drama, all of the everything that went with it just attracted me. And I told my parents I wanted to be a part of that. Well, my parents said, well, go talk to the lady in charge. Now, mind you, I'm 9 years old. Go talk to the lady in charge. And that's what I did, y'all. I talked to Miss Catherine Orange. Big shout out to her. Talked to Miss Catherine Orange. And then that next summer, 10 years old, I was enrolled in the youth theater program at the Arena Players. And I was a shy, timid kid. I ate lunch by myself. And I remember, I'll never forget, they did Babes in Toyland again for the summer culmination. And I got the role of a spider. No speaking lines, but I was a spider. I was in the show. I was on the stage, right? And I remember one of the axioms of acting that our drama coach taught us. Her name is Cheryl Pasteur. And so she said, there are no small parts, just small actors. And I think that's worthy of repeating. There are no small parts, just small actors. So I don't want the video to be about acting and all of that, but just to give you a little bit more background about myself, I took that to heart. And I said I was going to be the best spider that anybody had ever seen walk across the stage, right? And then that's what I did. And it came back that next summer. And the summer after that, I was with the Arena Players for a total of 8 years before I left to go away to school. And over that course of time, I learned a lot. Was in mime class, modern dance, music, speech, and of course, drama, stage presence, theater. And I enjoyed every bit of it, how to engage an audience. And so I went from being a spider to playing roles like the lead role in Scrooge, A Christmas Carol. I played in Othello. Also at my high school, I performed in The Elephant Man. I was John Merritt, the Elephant Man. And it was a progression of sorts. But out of all of that, I want to encourage you, whether you're an adult who's pursuing a dream or going after your passion, if you may even be a child who loves acting, who loves music, who loves theater, go after it. And don't despise the days of small beginnings. I started as a spider, and then got the lead role in Scrooge, A Christmas Carol. Was on TV even as part of Black History Month one year. The Arena Players in cooperation with Channel 2, put on a show, an original play entitled The Baby Grand. And I was one of 4 actors from the Arena Players on that show. So study your craft, take time to learn what's attracting to you, what's attractive to you. Take time to learn it, study it, become a student of it. And years later, I'm still a student of it, but I found that theater is a passion of mine. And so how do we get from there to doing the YouTube channel, Brooklyn's Roses? Well, over the course of time, became a member at Victorious Ministries International, where the best pastor in the world is, Pastor Tony Smith. Shout out to him, yay. And Pastor not just sees gifts and talents in people, but he pushes people to do things that they may never have dreamed of doing. I'll remember that Pastor encouraged me to do a one-man show, and I did that. Was fearful, but because drama was a passion of mine, I said, God, with your help, this is going to work. So I put on a production called Paul Corinth's Cafe, and it was 4 characters. I performed it over the course of 1 weekend, and the whole play was ad-lib. The only lines, if you will, that were scripted were lines to get me off of the stage to change into the next character. But each character flowed one behind the other. There was the maitre d' at the cafe who seated everyone. And then you had Paul Corinth come out, welcome everyone to the show and to the cafe. And then there was the comic relief, Joe Drywall. Still one of my favorite characters. You'll see him again in something different. Joe Drywall. And then we had Pop Corinth, who was the father of Paul Corinth, the owner of the cafe. Each character was different, and each show was different because, again, every show was ad-lib. So I'm drawing from the energy and the interaction with the audience. And it was amazing. I mean, I think it was probably one of the best things most fulfilling things that I ever did. And certainly I want to thank Pastor Tony, and even thank my parents as too, because I know that with taking me back and forth to rehearsals for the Arena Players on weekends and evenings throughout the week, that was an arduous task. And even with the TV show, The Baby Grand, I remember taping. We were taping. This is during a weeknight. I don't think we left the studio until close to 11 o'clock at night. And I believe I was 15 years old when that was done. And so since then, as an adult, I've continued to write full-length plays, skits, and things for my church. Not too recently, but even now more. I'm imparting those gifts, the things that I've learned into others that have a desire for theater, that have a desire for performing, that have a desire for entertainment. And so Brooklyn's Roses was created or birthed out of the passion for theater, the passion for acting, and even more so, it was birthed during the COVID-19 pandemic, when Pastor encouraged everyone to just get on social media and share their gifts with the world. It was it's certainly been a time of change and reflection and uncertainty, and with all of that, people needed a reason to laugh. They needed something fun and lighthearted, something to lift their spirits. And, when he said, share your gifts, acting, okay? I said, I can do that. And so that's what I did. And also, I named it Brooklyn's Roses after my 4-year-old granddaughter, who lives out of state. And I wanted some way to be able to continually interact with her outside of FaceTime, and something that she can go back to, and there'll be a legacy for her to refer to and find enjoyment out of. And in fact, my son and daughter-in-law have even said that she goes around the house singing the songs. So as you've noticed, if you frequented the channel, every story is original and it builds off the previous episode. But within each story, there's also a song. It's an original song or jingle that coincides with the storyline. So these are new things I'm creating each and every week. And while it has its challenges, not so much in the creativity part, but in the technology part, because I'm still learning the YouTube process as we go, the best way to get the videos to you, the best format anyway. So it's a learning in progress, and the channel will change. I'm most certain it'll change as I continue to learn and as I continue to grow. But back to the original statement of why you should subscribe. I think it's important to know what you're subscribing to, not just clicking a subscribe button for the sake of clicking a subscribe button, but what value is it to you? And I believe that Brooklyn's Roses offers moments of relief for every parent and guardian out there. Moments of relief where their children can come and not just be entertained, but be revitalized, be inspired to go after something that they like to do. And certainly each episode is a wholesome episode. There's not going to be any junk and garbage, so you don't have to worry about letting your child sit in front of the YouTube channel or sit in front of a Facebook or IG page and watch a video done by Mr. Dramedy. It certainly will be something that will be enjoyable, not just to your child, but even to you. I mean, it's for kids of all ages, even if the kid is you, right? So it offers that moment of escape, moment of relief for parents, and it's something that the kids can enjoy. But we also want you to subscribe to let you know about other things that are going to be coming along. We're in the process now of creating a children's book to wrap up the first season of Brooklyn's Roses. Now, the first season was filled with 7 episodes, and artwork is being done now to create the book. The first book will go into season 2 when Brooklyn meets her cousins and has some fun with her cousins in season 2. And there'll be other seasons down the road, but again, each story builds off the previous one. So this is just a continual work in progress. And you may be asking, where am I getting the story ideas from? Well, I mean, I'll certainly tell you. I mean, if you like what you've heard so far, I'm going to ask you to like the page and subscribe to the YouTube channel. But with the products, we've got some other products coming your way. We've got the books. We're going to have some audio books coming. May even do we've been messing around with the idea of a puzzle, putting a puzzle together with Brooklyn's Roses. And the concept would be to maybe have your child put the puzzle together before the song ends. How about that? I mean, they'll learn the song anyway, so they'll be singing along with the song while they're putting the puzzle together, and oh, wow! I did it. So we've got some exciting things coming your way, and that's the reason why I'm asking you to subscribe, so that you can always be kept up to date with the latest progress. So there's so much more really I could talk about, but I really just wanted to give you a brief video explaining a little bit of my background, and again, why you should subscribe to Brooklyn's Roses. I mean, I hope you've enjoyed it thus far. If you haven't subscribed and you've been watching, I hope you will subscribe after watching this video, and stay tuned, because next week we'll start season 2 of Brooklyn's Roses, when she meets her cousins and they have all kinds of adventures. Now, the adventures, I have to tell you, in season 1, the last episode of season 1, and thank you, I made a reference to one of my aunts who has since gone on to be with the Lord. But each and every summer growing up, I would spend time in the country, and that time, not only just vacation time, but it was time spent with my cousins, with other family members and friends. And during that time, I would actually work with my cousins in the tobacco fields during the day. My grandfather was a tobacco farmer, and we would work in the fields. And there are some hilarious stories that will be shared in future episodes of Brooklyn's Roses about the tobacco field experience. But I do make a lot of reference, and will make a lot of reference, to my times growing up in the summers spent in Calvert County. And so those references will be made in season 2, again, when Brooklyn meets her cousins. So, and then some stories will come from, there'll be a bit of real life as it relates to Brooklyn and what she's experienced, what her cousins have actually experienced. But I'm going to bring it all together into an episode that you and your children can enjoy over and over again. So again, this is Mr. Dramedy. I just wanted to take time out this week to say thank you, to encourage you to subscribe, tell you why you should subscribe, and encourage you to do so. And I certainly look forward to seeing you soon.